The Zaner360 is also capable of placing OSO orders. This is one sends the other. Now we've already discussed this in the DOM panel discussion as well as the overview of the charts and chart trading. But there is another way to place OSO orders in the platform. Let's take a look. Similar to the way that we placed an OCO order, an OSO order, or one sends the other, can be placed by going to the standard futures order entry window, the gray box, changing the type from standard to OSO. We would then choose which market to trade by either entering the symbol or clicking on our quote board. In this case, we're going to trade the euro. And there's also convenience buttons. We can place a buy bracket or a sell bracket pretty conveniently by simply clicking on the button. So for example, with a buy bracket, we would be buying the euro, and we could choose to do so at the market or on a limit. We're going to buy it on a limit. And then we also can place a sell stop beneath the market. And then we'll also place a sell limit, which is our profit target, above the market. And the idea here is this bracket order will not be implemented unless we're filled on our buy order to enter the trade. So for example, once we hit transmit and we verify our order, we notice that the working order to buy on a limit is immediately placed, and then the two bracket orders, the sell stop and the sell limit, which are attached to our original order, are being held. You'll notice it says held rather than working. Once our working order or our limit order is filled and we're entered into the trade, the two held orders will be placed. Let's modify our price to get a fill. You'll notice that right now we're trading at 109.59 on the ask. So we're going to change our price from 55 up to 59, and we can simply do that by clicking on the price, modifying it, then hitting OK. It's immediately filled as expected. We now see that our orders are working. They're no longer held, they're actually working. We have a sell stop and a sell limit. These are day orders by default, but we could have made them good till canceled by changing the flag. We could have also traded multiple quantities. If we changed the quantity to 3, that would have been a 3 lot for all 3 orders. The quantities will all match identically. The quantities will filter through to each leg of the trade. And again, if we wanted to create a template for an order that we place often, we could save it as a template. At the sake of being repetitive, I want to make sure you understand there are multiple ways to place orders, and there's multiple ways to place each type of order in the Zaner360. This is one of them. We could have done the same thing using the DOM panel. Again, remember, right-click on the contract in our quote board, pull up the DOM, and we'll notice that our existing order is already there. Our one sends the other is already working. In fact, both sides of the trade are working. If we wanted to place an OSO order in the DOM, we could either use the shoe icon, and don't ask me why they use a shoe icon. We'll just accept it as is. But with the OSO order using the shoe icon, we can only place one order. We can't place a bracket. So for example, if we were buying one, we could place either a sell stop or a sell limit, but we couldn't place both. Probably a better way to do an OSO order in a bracket format would be to use the bracket function. We click on the triangle, if you recall, and then we can choose buy bracket, meaning we're buying here, and then a limit order would be placed according to our factors. If you want a more detailed description of placing OCO orders, OSO orders, bracket orders on the DOM segment of this tutorial.